Welcome into Jags A.M. on this Thursday. Kainani Stevens, Brian Sexton, John Oehser with you as the Jaguars prepare to take on the Texans, a big divisional matchup coming up on Sunday, so we're going to talk all about that in today's episode. Let's start out with our big things today, brought to you by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association. Benefits for federal employees and retirees. So big thing number one is the new target. Jakobi Meyers, acquired at the trade deadline, has now practiced one practice with the Jaguars so far. Imagine he'll be playing this Sunday as well against the Texans. And he's very sure-handed. That's something that GM James Gladstone said is his superpower. Jakobi Meyers hoping he can be a reliable target for Trevor Lawrence.
I appreciate it. I mean, even if knowing that, though, that's been an issue, seeing them guys work after practice, work during practice, how serious they take it. It's ball drills all over, so that's a testament to them, honestly. Like, they working on it, they getting better every day, and I respect that. So hopefully I can come in and do my part, and I don't add to the problem.
Brian, we all know drops have been a bit of an issue for the past few games, maybe the whole season, probably, a little bit. It's nice to have someone sure-handed coming in here that I think can be a reliable person for Trevor to give the ball to.
Listen, and I, like most people, watched him throughout the practice yesterday and didn't see a ball hit the ground, which obviously would boost James Gladstone's comments about him. I also heard from someone who would know yesterday that he was outstanding from the moment that he walked into the walkthrough, having just arrived. A sharp guy. It's important to him to be prepared. It's important to him to play his best. And winning was another theme from him yesterday that I'd like to hear. He wants to win football games. John, that certainly helps you when the ball's coming at you. You know you got to catch it to win.
Yeah, and he's a pro, and in listening to him talk to the media, it's clear he'll fit into this locker room quickly. He kind of joked that they had just played last week, and there was a lot of trash talking going on between him and I think Jordan Lewis said later, or it was Newsom said later, yeah, I got into him with a little bit. AJ, Antonio Johnson did. They were kind of laughing about it, and he said it got kind of bad, but all of a sudden you're here and it's fun. So he'll fit in. He's going to be a reliable receiver on the field, which is more important. And I am very curious to see how much Trevor starts leaning on him quickly. I think this is going to be a guy who fits and who makes sense and makes his team better.
I think it'll be a quick pickup as well. Let's go to our second big thing today, which is a backup issue, and that's because C.J. Stroud is not going to be playing in this game. It's going to be Davis Mills that is the starter for the Texans this week. John, unfortunately, sometimes when it's the backup, the Jaguars seem to have a tougher problem. I know Davis Mills has beaten the Jaguars before. What is it going to look like this weekend with Davis Mills as quarterback for the Texans?
I've gotten that question a lot in the Ozone this week. Why can't the Jaguars beat a backup quarterback? And I always go back to, they haven't beaten a lot of people in the last 15 years. So everybody tries to tie that in. They struggled against everybody. So I don't think they have a particular problem against backups. I think with Davis Mills, he's a very good passer. You have to pressure him. I think the key, Brian, is going to be they have to stop the run and make them one-dimensional. I think considering the Jaguars' safeties and secondary right now, the health, Davis Mills is going to get his. I think the key is pressuring him and making him make a few mistakes, get up, and then I think you get the game.
You know, when I see Davis Mills on the field, John, I remember his win against the Jaguars. Back in 2021, it was the second to last game, I believe, of the Urban Meyer era.
Nobody beat the Jaguars that year.
Yeah, 5 wins, one of them is against this team. Listen, and yesterday the head coach talked about his arm strength, about his presence. He's a big guy. He can move on the run, and he's got excellent targets around him. I mean, Nico Collins is going to help him. He's going to get open. So too is Dalton Schultz, who's an excellent tight end, kind of shifting and finding his way to the first down marker. You said it earlier, Kai. You got to stop the run so that you can attack. This offensive line has not been good all year, and 2 of their starters are in the injury report this week. It would seem to be the perfect game for the Jaguars defensive line, John, to get a little bit of traction and get after the quarterback like we haven't seen. They have a league low 10 sacks. I don't know that they climbed to 29th this week, but perhaps they can get out of the basement here with a couple of pressures against Davis Mills.
Let's hope so. Liam Cohen was pretty honest yesterday. He said they have to just be better about getting to the quarterback. So hopefully that starts this week. Our final big thing is going to be keeping it simple, keeping it along those lines. We saw some success on the offense when everybody started going down. There's a lot of injuries. They simplified the offense a little bit, and Trevor Lawrence talked about the success they saw in the second half and overtime against the Raiders.
There were some more simple calls, I guess, throughout the plan scattered in. And I think that might have helped us just get going and keep us on track. And I also think the things in the second half that hurt us in the first half, the penalties and some of the motion things, we just sharpened up all those and kind of obviously were sloppy in the first half. So we were sharper and didn't hurt ourselves. So we were able to stay on schedule. But it's a cool feeling when you can run the ball that many times. And obviously you are expecting to throw it eventually as a quarterback, and then you just keep running it and keep getting positive yards. So I don't care. I mean, keep running it if they can't stop it. So it was pretty cool.
Well, Trevor doesn't care, Brian, so I think we should run it too, because this team is most successful when they run the football well. I think, 8 run plays in a row or something like that in overtime, and they need to be able to do that against the Texans.
Listen, it's caveman football, but I love it, especially right now with so many important players on offense out of the equation, and against a defense that's number 1 in the league and that can really bring it off the edge with Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. The ability to run the ball on Sunday is so pivotal. But one thing I heard in there, and we talk about keeping it simple, that's not what Liam Cohen's offense is. I mean, Liam Cohen has had success as an offensive coordinator and now as a head coach because his offense is complex. And so eventually, and you heard Trevor Lawrence in that soundbite talk about sharpening things up, eventually it's going to be on the players, Don, to sharpen things up and not to make the silly, sloppy mistakes like they did 5 times in the game against the Raiders. But on Sunday against the Texans, sure, keep it simple if that's what it takes.
Yeah, at some point they're going to find the balance of simple and Liam Cohen's offense. I think specific to Sunday, the key to remember is it's everybody says run, and you have to run. And not to get too far into the weeds, the key for this team to run is you have to be balanced enough early and stay in the game. I don't think this is a team that can come out and run the first 10 plays of the game and dominate teams. They have to stay in the game and get to the 3rd and 4th quarter. They've been good at wearing teams down. They wore the Raiders down. Stay in the game, have the lead, and then I think you can dominate the run, even against the Texans, who they ran well against in the second half. I think you can get the run going if you stick with it.
Keeping it close. Stay with us on Jags A.M. Coming up after the break. I'll check in with one of the Houston beat reporters to learn more about the Texans.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. For over 50 years, Fields Auto Group has been America's premier family-owned luxury auto group, selling the most iconic brands in the world. We understand the luxury customer and provide an extraordinary car buying and service experience. It's not just about selling cars. Fields is focused on building lifelong relationships. We invite you to visit Fields and enjoy an honest and memorable luxury car buying experience.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Listen up. If our kids are to grow up healthy, we have to work together out there. A healthier tomorrow depends on the calls that we make today. It's about eating right and focusing on their physical and mental health. We should be reading to our kids every night. Can you give me 60 minutes of physical activity every day?
Yes, I can.
This is our healthy playbook. We do this as a team. Our kids win. Who's with me?
Get healthy at nemours.org/Jaguars. Nemours Children's Health, proud pediatric partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval.
Can you imagine rising for work before the crack of dawn? Tending to hundreds of acres of land before dusk? Well, that's what happens on 47,000 Florida farms every day. Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family. And you can help support them by enjoying delicious fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Jags A.M. brought to you by Fields Auto Group. See Fields First, Jacksonville's premier luxury auto group. Go to fieldsauto.com. Welcome into Behind Enemy Lines, where we check in with a media member from the opposing team that the Jaguars are facing this week, and the Houston Texans this week. So we're checking with Jonathan Alexander from the Houston Chronicle. Jonathan, thanks for joining us. I know we've played already this year, but it feels like a lot has changed since week 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, number one, for the Texans, they lost C.J. Stroud to a concussion just last Sunday, and it's probably likely that he won't play. Their defense continues to play well. Their offense gained a little rhythm, but they're very inconsistent. So it'll be interesting to see which team goes out there on Sunday for them.
So C.J. Stroud in concussion protocol. We don't know what that'll look like, but Davis Mills is the backup. We saw him a little bit against the Broncos. It felt like the offense was kind of finally getting going before C.J. went out, the past couple of weeks. What do you expect to kind of see from the offense if it is Davis Mills this week?
Yeah, it'll be a lot difficult, and it'll probably look a little bit different. Like you mentioned, I thought that offense was really coming along, even against the Broncos early in that game. They had a great game against the 49ers, and it started to carry over. I think you'll probably see an emphasis on the running game a little bit more, try to open up things for Davis Mills. Davis Mills will probably do a lot of short passes until things open up deep downfield. And that's the hope. I do think Davis Mills, though, will be a little bit better prepared, having a week to prepare rather than kind of coming in. They don't give him a lot of plays when he's not starting. And now the focus will be on him. And I think he'll be a little bit better prepared. Now, whether that turns into a victory for the Texans, we don't know. It depends on how much that Jaguars defense is humming.
For the Jaguars defense, a lot of it was takeaways earlier in the season. They haven't had as many, but it feels like the Texans defense has always been so dominant, and they've continued that going forward. How have they been able to kind of maintain that success, even with the offense not being so good until maybe recently?
Yeah, I think early on they didn't really have a lot of takeaways, I'm sorry. But recently they've started to have an uptick in that. I think their secondary is playing a lot better. I think it was right after the Jaguars game, they ended up cutting C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and I believe that helped out with the communication. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was the new piece on that defense, and now they've gotten guys who are a little bit more familiar, who have played with each other for a number of years now. And the defensive line, Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter are having good games. Now, I think the biggest thing, though, is the Texans have started to stop the run a lot better than they had early in the season. And I think that's continued to help them to flourish.
What's the mentality of the team right now? Obviously, I know CJ's hurt, but 3-5, obviously not where they want to be. But going in, the Jaguars feel like this is a huge game for them. I have to imagine the Texans are feeling similarly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of guys are upset that they lost that first matchup to their division rival, the Jaguars. They want to win. They're a very close team. I don't think we'll see them give up on the season or anything like that. And the defense pretty much knows that they're the top defense in the NFL, and they want to continue to prove that. So, I think they're going to give their best. I think other guys when it comes to the offense, I think other guys are going to have to step up and show their worth because they're missing a huge piece without C.J. Stroud.
Do you have a name or two that's an X factor for you going into this game if the Texans want to get a win that need to play well?
Yeah, I think it absolutely has to be two guys. I think Nico Collins, of course, he's their best playmaker on offense. And I think Woody Marks, the rookie running back, when he has really good games, this offense is exploding. And he has big playability. But when he stopped, they struggle as an offense. So I think Woody Marks and Nico Collins are the big guys who must have big games.
Great. Thanks, Jonathan. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks for having me.
That was Behind Enemy Lines with Jonathan Alexander from the Houston Chronicle. The Jaguars and Texans face off on Sunday. Coming up after the break, we're going to tell you what we think the headlines are going to be on Monday.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Finally, inventories and prices are customer friendly.
That's because summer's here, so let's keep it real at the Field Summer Sales Event.
We have vehicles on the ground and ready to go. All new makes and models to choose from, even electric cars and SUVs. Stop searching for your next luxury vehicle and see Fields first.
And get an incredible offer like this.
Right now, save up to $10,000 on remaining new 2024 Porsche models in stock at Porsche Jacksonville. Go to PorscheJacksonville.com.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big, winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com and move into your dream home today.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
Sudduth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudduth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudduth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudduth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jax. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudduth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudduth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
Huddle up, MyGate Rewards members. Football is back. Celebrate with the Duval Meal Deal at Gate. Right now, grab a personal pizza and any 20-ounce Coca-Cola soft drink for just $4.99. No matter what combo you choose, this meal's the perfect play. Happening now through January 5th, 2026. See store for details. A deal that's a victory for every fan. Gates got you.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval.
Sudduth Moving and Storage, Florida's most trusted and dependable moving company. Sudduth, proud to be the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Get a guaranteed quote. Visit Sudduth.com/Jacksonville. Welcome back to Jags A.M. and welcome to the future. We're going to do our best to predict what the headlines are going to be on Monday morning. So, Brian, when you're looking ahead, what do you think the headlines will say?
Saddle up, let's ride. This is, not just to use the Western theme, but this is a game where you want to impose your will on this Texans team. Tough to do against a great defense. But I think you've just got to keep hammering the running game to set up the passing game. And I know John talked a little bit about that being the reverse, and I understand that. But this week in particular, with the quarterback in a situation with a new receiver, without Brian Thomas Jr., without Brenton Strange still, maybe with a new starter at left guard, I just think you keep it simple and run the ball. And here's the other twist to this thing. You can really do some damage to the Houston Texans on Sunday if you beat them. There's a couple of teams that are sitting around, 5-3. Chiefs are 5-4. Ravens are sitting back. They've got their quarterback back at 3-5. You can push this team, this Texans team, away from the playoffs with a win. So let's have the mentality of going and pounding them on Sunday and coming away with a 1-point win is all it takes, right? We learned that last week. But a win in which you show them we're the more physical team this week.
Yeah, I think they're going to do that, Brian. My only point is I think it's going to be the third or fourth quarter where you see it take effect. So I absolutely agree with you. If they're going to I would be surprised if the Jaguars win if they don't have a feeling in the fourth quarter that they're controlling the line of scrimmage. Does that make sense? They had it here week 3, and when they've played well this season, they've had that.
And I think you talk about all the stars on that Texans defense. You talk about Anderson and Danielle Hunter, and obviously the corner, Stingley. But those 2 tackles, Sheldon Rankins and Tim Settles, they're really good football players. I mean, they're not dominant, all-pro kind of guys, but, man, they make it really tough. So I'm looking at that. I'll take the third quarter. I'll take the fourth quarter. Whatever. I just want to see that physical style of play that the Jaguars use so effectively, Kai, in the first month of the season, come back to them. In the month of November, which, as you know well, is when the pretenders and contenders separate. If you're going to be a contender this year, you better be able to play that kind of ball.
Yeah, I went with somehow, some way. And I guess when I watched this team, I had Parker Washington as the person on the paper, if you will. It's going to be guys the rest of the season who you didn't necessarily expect early in the season making plays. Parker Washington's now the number 1 receiver, and we all thought that would be the case in April. So I think if this team's going to win, it's going to win in fashions where people at the end of the game go, how'd they do that? Well, because somebody like Parker Washington or Jacoby Myers or Antonio Johnson, guys who are being forced to step up. I don't think it's going to be a blowout Sunday. I think they're going to figure out a way to make something weird happen at the end. I think this is going to be a weird, good team this year.
You know what I think was interesting?
Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up.
Buckle up.
What was interesting yesterday was Josh Allen was talking about the guys who were making plays for them against the Raiders. Mm-hmm. And he was talking about the contending board in the Iron Jag games that they did in the offseason. And if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that episode of The Hunt, which you can find on the YouTube channel. Shameless plug there. But he said it was the guys that he knew he had to count on, and it just went right back to his mind. Mm-hmm. They were the guys that were the most competitive. They were the guys that were at the very top of the leaderboards during those Iron Jag games. It meant the most to them. So the guys that you're talking about are guys that the Jaguars feel confident in because they're competitors. They're top competitors, and that matters. In every situation, Kai, they want to find a way to win. Even if they're only on the field for 5 or 6 plays, they want to win each one.
I think you're going to have a lot of games where if a player in the last 5 minutes, like if somebody goes away from the game, they're going to come back after the game and go, who won? Jaguars won because they did. Like, I think it's going to be that sort of where you don't have a vibe during the game of, oh, this team's dominating. But this team is good at the end of games, and they're clutch, and they keep fighting. So I think they can punch their way to the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Puncher's chance. I like it. I went a little bit different. I went kind of the Texans end of this because I went H-Town down. I think this is a huge opportunity. We came into the season, the Texans have won the past couple of years. It was their division. They're in a spot right now with as many injuries as they have. I mean, we've been talking about our team being injured. They've got maybe close to 10 starters on the injury report. We already know C.J. Stroud isn't going to play. And I can feel the blood is in the water a little bit, and this is a huge opportunity for the Jaguars to go in, sweep them for the first time since 2017, Brian? Is that what you were saying?
That's correct.
Sweep the Texans. And I played Mortal Kombat as a kid, and like when you're almost about to win and they're like, finish him, this is the opportunity. You got to finish it, get a win over them, and assert yourself in this division. Obviously, the Colts are a different position right now, but you're going to get to them later in the season, and this can be a statement game as well as a really important win for them.
I didn't see you as a Mortal Kombat.
I have aged out of this. That was the coolest headline, the coolest prediction segment. I couldn't hope to touch it. I may as well just be the old guy now.
I'm going to bring in some Mortal Kombat so we can all play.
I love it.
All right, stay with us. We'll tell you what's coming up the rest of the week after the break.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. Finally, inventories and prices are customer friendly.
That's because summer's here, so let's keep it real at the Field Summer Sales Event.
New inventory is arriving daily. All new makes and models to choose from, even electric cars and SUVs.
Visit Fields today and find the fit for you.
And get an incredible offer like this.
For a limited time, get $3,000 off all Lexus TX 350s in stock at Lexus of Jacksonville and Lexus of Orange Park.
Jacksonville's own Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, just scored big. winning 2025 National Builder of the Year. And right now, Dreamfinders is running its best game plan yet, offering winning interest rate incentives and move-in ready homes available today. With 20-plus communities right here in Jacksonville and over 40 across Florida, from Jacksonville to Orlando to Tampa, Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to be. Visit dreamfindershomes.com and move into your dream home today.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away. It's not across an ocean or over the equator. It's not even a far drive. The peak of freshness is at your grocery store, and it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state, meaning it's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Johnstone Supply Wholesale provides HVAC contractors with Amana air conditioners, heat pumps, and furnaces homeowners trust. Built to be reliable, quiet, and energy efficient to provide indoor heating and cooling comfort year-round. Don't settle for less. Trust the experts. To find the right system for your home, locate an Amana Advantage specialist near you at johnstoneamana.com. That's johnstoneamana.com. Restaurant Oehser is a bustling French-American bistro focusing on classic French techniques with their chefs incorporating a traditional Southern influence. Celebrate life's special moments or just relax and enjoy their daily happy hour. Restaurant Oehser also offers full-service catering for any of your event needs. Restaurant Oehser, located in historic Avondale at 3630 Park Street. Visit www.restaurantoehser.com.
Jags fans, you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home? Check out zipchair.com to browse all the customizable options. Zipchair is furniture for fans. Also, you're invited to the official Duval Watch Party presented by UF Health. Be at the bank as the Jaguars take on the Texans November 9th. Attendance is free. Tickets are limited. Secure your spot by visiting jaguars.com/watchparty.
Say violent. Say violent. Violent. Ain't no other way. Violent. Yes, sir. They got black jerseys on today. I see black, I'm hit. Say violent. See black, you hit it. Pain and violence today, baby. Go, man. Pain on 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I love pain. Hey, stop when you see me, baby. Stop when you see me. Hey. Yeah. Yo. I was laughing at him. He called me a peon. I called him a peon. Hey, I don't know who you are. Hey, I'll smoke you, boy. I'll smoke you, boy. Yeah. Obviously, you don't know me. You gonna know me today. You know me now, right?
I cannot personally recommend Mic'd Up enough this week. One of my personal favorites, Quinn Allen Jr., who you guys may not be familiar with. You will be now. He was with Max Crosby all day, and it's enjoyable to listen to.
Not to dismiss the present, because I'm excited about the present, but when I get excited about the future of this franchise, it's because they're drafting guys like that in the 7th round, guys that they just love to play the game. And
he's assigned to Max Crosby, chip him all that. He was so excited. Yeah. Which
he loves to play.
Who in your right mind is excited to go up against Max Crosby?
He's great.
No, he's a fun guy, and he has the right attitude. And he's come in. I mean, not to get too into the weeds, from day one, this kid was confident that he belonged here, and he's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so enjoy the game this weekend. We will be back on Monday to talk about hopefully a Jaguars win. Enjoy it.